Thanks, everyone. I want to talk to you today about a use case that I think is really exciting. I'm going to talk about a customer called Mind that uses Sinch's technology to make medical triage smarter. So what does that mean? First, let's start with the name, Mind. What does it actually stand for? Well, it's actually a Dutch acronym. Stands for Moet ik naar de dokter. Moet ik naar de dokter translates to should I go to the doctor? And essentially, what they are is a company that makes a phone number that people can call to figure out if they should go to the doctor, and if during that call it was determined that they should actually go to the doctor, then they will have the opportunity to plan it with whoever is on the line. But they are really big in the Netherlands, right? They're helping thousands of different patients across the Netherlands to really figure out if this is the right move for them to actually go to the doctor or not. And an interesting stat there is that before we started this whole project, about 42% of people that actually visit a doctor don't really need to go, right? So they are coming there and they could be helped with other means instead of actually going to the doctor. So we thought together with Mind, how can we actually solve that problem and make sure that the doctor's time and the patient's time is used in the best way possible? I'm going to start playing a video. It's always tricky. Hopefully it's going to work, but it should be fine. I'm going to start playing a video where Geertina from Moet ik naar de dokter explains how all of that works in practice.
Two hours. That's how long some people in the Netherlands have to wait on the phone just to get connected to their doctor. But this woman, she's trying to change that. She works here. Don't ask me to pronounce it.
I work at Moet ik naar de dokter. It's a company in the Netherlands.
It translates to, should I go to the doctor?
43% of people who call the doctor don't need to see a doctor. And that is really a problem for someone who's calling and who is in a semi-emergency situation.
So how do you get people who actually need to see a doctor to the front of the line quickly? Well, the company had an idea.
So what we did for the last 12 years is do digital triage. We needed a party who is good at routing phone calls. So it was a logical choice to make use of the Sinch platform. So what's happening when you call the doctor's office? First you get this recording from the office itself, and then they introduce the digital assistant.
We are here to help. Just before we pass you to the doctor's office, we have to collect a few pieces of information.
So what the voice bot does is start the conversation, ask a couple of questions, like personal questions. What's your age? Are you a man or a woman? For who do you call? For yourself, for someone else, or for your child?
As the patient answers the questions, their speech is converted to text in real time.
We're going to ask you a few questions to make sure you're safe. Are you able to breathe normally?
Yes, I can breathe just fine.
Are you feeling dizzy?
Now, this may look like a normal IVR flow, but in the background, Sinch has layered in natural language processing to keep patients safe.
It listens to, and it can respond to that. I remember the first call. It was a man calling from his car, and he said, well, I stepped in this nail. I had this nail through my foot. Can I come in?
The AI model is trained to recognize when a patient is in distress. They'll skip the triage and be handed off to a real human right away. The information captured by the bot is passed to the agent, so the patient doesn't have to repeat themselves.
It appeared in the triage monitor. She said, I see in our pre-triage that you had a nail through your foot. Is the nail still in there, or did you take it out? So that was wonderful.
Sinch's AI technology means that this voice bot is able to react to how real humans talk. It can understand different dialects and languages, so a diverse population can find their way through the phone tree successfully.
From a technology point of view, it's a super cool case because we're using the latest in voice technology to actually make sure that we understand the customer well, but also from the value that it creates, right? It is allowing people to be helped faster and more efficiently, and making sure that people that have an urgent problem get the urgent help that they need, and people that do not have an urgent problem, are handled in the correct way with all the information that's provided to them.
It's a win-win-win situation, yeah, basically.
Thank you, and a special thanks to the audio and video people for making a true cinema experience here. So hopefully I think that gives a good understanding of what we're trying to do with this customer and why this is an important case for us. So maybe to re-emphasize, right? So this person that stepped in that nail, the very first caller of this voice bot, they would have waited for hours before actually getting on the line with an agent that would be able to help them. Imagine sitting for hours waiting in the queue with a nail in your foot. Nobody wants that, right? So I talked this morning about impact and figuring out what sort of things the products and services that we create and bring into the market actually mean to people. And I think this is another great example of impact that goes beyond just cost saving. There's absolutely a cost savings aspect involved here, right? But it goes beyond that. It actually helps people. It helps them get the care they need faster. It helps them make sure that the right care is provided to them at the right time. So that's why I'm super excited about this case. From a technical point of view, we're doing some really interesting things here as well. We have customers that honestly probably have way more advanced flows in place and using all sorts of more fancy technology powered by Sinch. But I really like this case because of the impact that it provides to the people calling to the patients, right? And it makes it so that the people that were waiting for hours in a queue can now, within a few minutes, they're helped in a much better way. So I'm really proud about that, and I wanted to share it with you today. Thank you so much.